They called it the Twilight silence of time, when all signals from Earth and her colonies vanished. Every beacon snuffed, every starship missing. For 500 years, humanity was a rumor whispered on prison worlds and backwater stations, a ghost in the code of ancient AI. Alien historians debated what could destroy a race, so stubborn they once bent the laws of physics just to spite the universe. The Council of 12 Rulers of the known galaxy declared them extinct and buried their secrets. Beneath black ice and bureaucracy, but deep in the uncharted Perseus Rift, a derelict station flickered to life. For the first time in centuries, a distress call echoed across subspace, a desperate message in a human tongue. Help us, they're coming. We are the last. On the border world of Jix, a mercenary named Alex Serrano watched the starless sky. He was half human, half Krau, and the only evidence of his Terran blood was the way he never, ever gave up. That night, as rain lashed the metal rooftops and thunder shook the ground, he intercepted the signal. Alec knew the old stories, his mother sang them to him as lullabies, but he'd never believed them. Not until the night a battered dropship, unregistered and impossible, landed in the city's dead zone. Alec met the survivors in an abandoned warehouse. There were 6 engineers, scientists, and 1 old soldier who still wore a shattered Terran badge. They were exhausted, hungry, and terrified. The leader, Dr. Maya Voss, pressed a cold metal cube into Alec's hand. "We have to reach Unity Spire," she whispered. "The galaxy is in danger. The silence is ending." Before Alec could ask, explosions shook the street. Under drones, black, insectile, and utterly silent, descended from the clouds. They weren't council tech. They weren't anything he'd ever seen. Alec's instincts kicked in. He led the Terrans through burning alleys, trading blaster fire and throwing themselves into every hopeless escape. But the hunters were relentless, always a step behind, moving with an intelligence that felt almost human. They escaped on an old mining barge, plunging into the rift hunted every moment. The Terrans told their story as they ran. After the Twilight silence, some humans had survived, hidden in deep space arcs, on worlds cut off by sabotage and war. But something had followed them into the dark, an ancient enemy, older than the galaxy itself. It had waited, grown stronger, learned to mimic the minds it devoured. Now, it had begun to consume entire star systems, using the Council's own networks against them. On the journey, Alex saw Maya's desperation turn to steel. He saw the old soldier, Captain Reddick, teaching children to laugh even as ships burned outside. He saw human engineers hacking alien consoles with nothing but spit, wire, and profanity. Everywhere, the Terrans fought not because they hoped to win, but because it was right. They reached Unity Spira station so old it predated the Council, floating above a planet carved with unreadable runes. Alec and the Terrans sought an audience with the Council of 12. Most members scoffed. The galaxy was theirs, they said. Humanity was a myth, but the Spires, ancient AI, reactivated by Maya's cube, spoke in a voice that made the ground tremble. The darkness comes. It has learned your fears. Only those who remember hope can resist, as the Council argued. The enemy revealed itself a swarm of living code. Shadow ships blotting out the stars, machines that reassembled themselves from debris. Whole fleets vanished in silence. The Council's proudest admirals died screaming. It was Maya who took the floor and showed them humanity's greatest weapon, not a doomsday device. But the memory of unity, of resistance, of choosing to fight together no matter what. A desperate alliance formed. Alec leading alien marines. Maya reprogramming the Spire's defenses, Reddick training a generation of fighters who'd never known hope. Refugees poured in from burning systems. The enemy surrounded the Spire, whispering promises of safety if they surrendered the Terrans. Some council members wavered. Alec faced a mutiny, his own crew turning on him, but he held the line. The final battle raged for days. The enemy hacked minds, sowed distrust, turned friends against each other. Maya and Reddick held the center, fighting not just machines but despair itself. Alec's bloodlined hair and fire and Krau discipline helped him survive every impossible ambush. The Council began to fracture, but the example of the humans bleeding is never quitting, laughing in the dark spread like wildfire. In the final hour, as the spire's core threatened to overload, Maya linked the minds of everyone human and alien in a desperate last stand. "Remember what it means to be more than afraid," she whispered. Memories flooded the battle. The day a Terran ship rescued a drowning Kral child. The time humans risked their own oxygen to save a dying Sylvan crew. The stubborn hope that united enemies in the ruins of lost worlds. The enemy recoiled, unable to process hope or forgiveness. For the first time it hesitated. Alec led a charge straight into its heart, channeling the courage of generations. Reddick fell, holding the line so others could escape. Maya sacrificed her own body to seal the spire's core, fusing human and alien technology in a pulse that shattered the enemy's hive mind. The darkness was gone. The galaxy awoke to silence-true silence, peaceful and full of possibility. The Council, forever changed, named Alec Serrano the first Guardian of Unity. He refused the title, choosing instead to wander the new worlds, helping where he could, teaching the old stories of laughter in the dark. The Terrans did not return in force, nor did they rule. They walked among the stars, repairing what was broken, refusing to let hope die. In every corner of the galaxy, children grew up hearing the new legend that when the universe was darkest, humanity lit the way not with fire, but with forgiveness, resilience, and love. When in the deep where shadows once ruled, the echo of human laughter was the last thing the darkness ever heard.